All right, this was fun. So, how you guys doing? This was supposed to be a video about a live stream that happened between Penny Proud and MsElite, aka Mr. and Miss Elite. So, but Penny had put the video on private, I believe, or she deleted it. I'm not sure. I thought it was actually a really interesting podcast between the two. Well, there was three of them. I think Butterfly. Oh, fuck. But anyway, so I had to say I was very impressed and I was proud of both of them because to be able to put their differences aside for, I don't know, an hour or two and stuff like that, to be able to talk to a human being. So I thought it was pretty dope. Um, However, one of the things that I noticed was in the comment section that some people, some MGTOW people, were actually calling MsElite a simp just for actually having a conversation with Penny Proud and Butterfly Spirit. There you go. That's her name, Butterfly Spirit. It's interesting, right? Because I remember MsElite was also calling me a simp when I had on Penny Proud on my panel. Well, she said that I didn't ask tough questions or so on and so forth. However, I don't think that was just it. It wasn't about the question that I was supposed to ask. It was my attitude towards having my guests on my channel, into which being cordial is somehow the ultimate sin of simping to women. But it was interesting, the same rhetoric that he tried to apply to me also applied to him from his fellow MGTOW. I kind of predicted that would happen. And but anyway, a lot of people, when any type of criticism when it comes to MGTOW, they tend to throw a fit, a hissy fit, right? They throw a little tantrum. How dare you talk about MGTOW in a way that is not positive? How dare you, sir? Blah blah blah. Calling you all type of shit. And I doubt they ever actually listen to what's being said, or even comprehend the thing that is being said. So, in order to address some of the issues that people have with MGTOW, I'm gonna take a different route, right? So, all right, you're a MGTOW guy, right? Okay, let's use MsElite as an example. Let's say you, MsElite. Let's say you are a white guy. MsElite is a white guy. Just picture that in your head. MsElite is a white guy, right? So then this white guy go to a neighborhood, an urban neighborhood and everything like that, right? And late at night, just walking around, and then something really bad happened to him. He got beat up. He got his things, possession taken away from him, a gun pulled out on him, pistol whip, whatever you name it, right? So that experience was very dramatic, and it was done by a black guy. So now you come out of that experience very traumatized, but you hate the feeling of being helpless. So then your perspective about black people now shift. So you start to complain about black people, how messed up they are and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Then you form an online group just for the sole purpose to talk about black people. Well, you know what? These mother effers, they're lazy, they don't do no work, they are thugs, they are and then you start to come up with, let's say, studies that can back up your claim. Look at right here, the FBI stats saying that black on black crime, how rampant it is. See, the stats says that even though the 13% of the population commit most of the crime in the country, that's what the stats are telling you. All which is true to a certain degree, right? So you have all the facts on your side. how messed up black people are. Blah, 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 blah. Now, you might come across a couple of people that at the beginning that might sympathize with your story, right? Oh man, MsElite, you got robbed. That sucks. That's messed up. Damn, these black people do you like this? Oh, that's messed up, man. Damn, I feel sorry for you. You know, so you might get some of these allies, even from black people themselves. However, how long do you think they will continue to sympathize with you the more you continue to degrade black people? So just because the action of a few thugs in the streets ended up traumatizing you, and now you are putting every black person in that category. How messed up they are, how lazy they are, how criminal they are. You know, they're no good. And now with the little group that you founded, that let's call it WGTOW, right? Okay, Mwigtow. Well, okay, WGTOW. White going their own way. Call it like that. Okay, yeah. White going their own way. So now in that group, you find guys that probably were victimized by black people. And then they're singing the same tune. Yeah, you know what? F this enters, blah blah blah. And you might even find people that never been assaulted by a black man. Be like, yeah, you know what? I never got beat up by a black man before. Nothing bad ever happened to me from black people. But I think you might be right. So thank you for teaching me to stay away from black people. Right? So that's the rhetoric that's been spewing in this group right now and stuff like that. And now with putting all this stuff online, and you're gonna attract certain attention, some negative, some positive. Well, it depends on the way you're looking at it. You might find now more and more people joining your group that their attention, from the reason why you might have started the group is to bring awareness to some of the crap that might happen to you dealing with black people, versus now it turns into something that is pure hateful, right? So, and then you now gonna constantly getting backlash. But as a cult, you look at it this way: well, if we're getting pushed back, that means we must be doing something good. So yeah, so then F that. Let's just ramp up the rhetoric tenfold. So the more degrading things you could say about black people, the more intuitive, well, the more creative things that you can say about black people that is degrading, the better it is. So every now and then, so now the WGTOW group try to one up each other about who can say the most vicious, vilest things about black people. Okay, so now let's say that you, MsElite, you in your neighborhood, you found out your neighbor is black. At first, you kind of take aback by it. You're like, all right. I wonder how long it will take before this mother effer start robbing me, taking my little things here and there and stuff. But he's just minding his own business, mowing his lawns, doing a whole bunch of other stuff. That don't really, seems to be nothing threatening, right? And then one day, for some odd reason, you guys start a conversation. You're cautious, but as a good person you are, MsElite, you're nice. You are cordial to this black man. And then, so of course, you don't tell him what you do, and he doesn't tell you what he does. But you're just neighbors. You're just somewhat in a good friendly term with each other and whatnot. Right? And then things starts to go along. Let's say weeks went by and everything. You guys kind of get used to each other now, saying hi, whatever. And then one day he invites you, be like, yo, come on, man, let's have a drink or smoke, whatever the case may be. And then you went to his house, still cautious, but you're like, you know what? We've been cool for a while. Let's see what happened. And then he got some of the best weed. You smoking, you getting high, and then you look at him like, yo, you know what happened? Last time I tried to get something this good, I went to a neighborhood, I got beat up, I got robbed. They took my money, and the mother effers didn't even give me the drug. Now it comes out. You were in the black neighborhood to buy drugs, right? I mean, it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. And the guys look at you like, dude, you don't go to the hood at night this late. Come on, man. I don't even go to the hood at night, and I'm black. What's wrong with you? You gotta be careful, man. I'll tell you what. From now on, if you want some of that green, I got you, right? And then that, so now you make a connection with a black person, but you have been training yourself to believe all black people are the same. So then now, when you go back to your group, you are now in your mindset is being conflicted because you no longer have the same anger you had towards black people, but yet the people that you surround yourself with want you to continue to have that anger going. So even when you're saying that, yeah, F these enters, blah blah blah, F these whatever you want to call them, right? But you no longer feel that way anymore. The anger that you had, it's slowly sipping away. You can only be angry for so long. But now you start to question, be like, well, you know what? Yeah, you know what? F these dudes, but F these people. But I think some of them are cool. Whoa, MsElite. What is wrong with you? What do you mean some black people are cool? That's not what we talk about here. We're like, whoa, guys. What I'm saying is this. We can't put all of them in the same boat. Whoa, MsElite. What are you doing? Why are you sticking up for these people? And then, you're looking at me like, oh, dude, I'm, I'm still saying F these people. I'm still saying black people ain't shit. But is there a possibility that a couple of them might be good people? Oh, no, now you're talking crazy now, MsElite. What is wrong with you? What? Are you switching up on us now? Huh? Huh, MsElite? You know what? You don't belong in this club anymore. Now you might say, Art, this is irrelevant. You cannot say MGTOW, you cannot compare MGTOW to something, to a racial issue. Why not? I'm making a comparison as to how one group of people can be hateful towards another. We have to find out, okay, what has been going on? What is the deciding factor as to why hate has been garnered? Right? Okay. Let's talk about divorce. Let's talk about child support. Let's talk about all these things that you guys say that are factual. All right. You got me on that. Now, what having facts at your disposal, it's not the only thing that you need in order to actually create allies. Because the more you spill some of the rhetorics that you guys have when it comes towards, and trust me, I've seen a lot of them that's asking for women genocide, that's asking for like as if the world would have been a better place without women. Right? That's some of the rhetorics that I'm seeing. So then therefore, by doing so, you are now losing people that could have been your potential ally. That's why at the beginning, when MGTOW first started, it was a force to be reckoned with because you guys knew how to express yourself. You guys knew how to actually address all these situations. Now, all you guys have now is rage. Just rage. You still have your facts, your shoulder, and shit like that, but how long you think people actually really gonna listen to you when all you can talk about how much you despise the opposite sex, how much they ain't no good, how much doing this, how much doing that. But if you're not even open-minded enough to see like, why am I keep attracting these women that are detrimental to my life? You know, if you had find out why, you know what, Mr. White Elite found out, be like, hey, okay, the lesson was don't go and buy drugs in the hood at night. Get a connection to get your weed from. So it's the same thing, when MGTOW at the beginning was teaching men accountability, when it's like, dude, learn how to read people, learn how to study people. Don't just get yourself with any women. Don't just let the big booty and the big old titties fool you. Learn to see people beyond the exterior. That was some of the lessons of Red Pill. Know yourself, mental growth, spiritual growth, physical, of course. Create an asset of yourself. create value within you. But is that truly what is being taught right now with MGTOW today? Think about it. I mean, it's funny, right? Because my last two videos, does he make it seems like right now I'm all about, put my foot on MGTOW. This is just like one thing leads to another, leads to another. So it's more like a continuation of responses of a subject, right? And yeah, if you're emotional, who can't control whatever's going on, you just want to throw fit, ah, my bloody language. So if you want to throw fit, go ahead. That message is not for you because you cannot comprehend this. This is above your intellectual pay grade. So you're gonna come through and you're gonna make some random claim about you would try to argue the points that I'm not even saying. Yes, you're gonna come down, probably tell me all those stats again. Okay, I already told you. You got that. You're gonna tell me a whole bunch of other shit, call me all different type of simp or coons or whatever. Don't matter. However, I'm talking about so when Mr. White Elite got robbed in the hood, and then he realized maybe it's not a good idea to actually go in the hood at night. Maybe it's not a good idea to try to buy drugs from people I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea to do certain things here and there. So then what happened when you learn some of these things and when you had a bad experience? I start to ask yourself, okay, well, maybe not all women with a big fat booty is good. Maybe I need to stay away from having my dick do all the talking for me. Maybe I need to learn how to control my sexual drive and take a step back before I get to know get to know a chick before I just smash it. Start asking yourself like, would that be the type of chick I would actually want to be the mother of my child? Would that be the type of chick that I would actually want to put a ring on it? Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should not just quickly move in with a chick. I mean, some of the principles still good. Don't just move in with a chick. Some people want to say like, okay, well, no moving in ever, no do this, no do that. I get it, right? Your choice of lifestyle is not the issue, dude. Is the rhetoric that is spewing to which like you are now comparing your bad decision or your mistake on the woman that you had acquired now spilling over the rest of the population. It's unbalanced. Just like I was saying, if all you kept saying that, well, F these enters, F every black people, they ain't doing nothing, they're lazy, they're criminals, they're bums, how long do you think that you would continue to sympathize with Mr. White Elite? You wouldn't. You would start calling him a racist. And yeah, because he's letting one bad experience with a couple of black kids, a couple of black people, now dictate all of his dictate all of his perspective when it comes to dealing with black people. So the same thing with MGTOW. They let their personal interaction with women that resulted in failure dictate how they perceive women as a whole. And remember when I said that, okay, when Mr. Elite now, he tried to say, well, maybe not all black people are like that. Or Mr. White Elite. And what happened? Now his old group started to turn against him, saying that, well, Mr. Elite, it's not what the movement's about. Are you going soft now? Are you simping, Mr. White Elite? Are you simping for these black people? Same thing I saw in the comment section. Just having a conversation alone with Miss Elite, they were his fellow MGTOWers were accusing him of simping. Because see, it's not about you have these guys need a place to vent, blah, blah, blah. I get that part. The question is, how long you gonna try to remain angry? How long is that anger supposed to last? A year, 2 years, 3 years? Or have you somehow found comfort in being angry? Does that become your whole life? Because by being angry, you no longer have to try anything at all. can remain angry, bitter, whatever the case may be. And you sometimes have to go out of your way to find things that make you angry. Isn't it kind of interesting? Because I've seen so many dudes, right? I've never seen so many dudes that care so much about someone else's opinion. Like, dear Mr. ArtBenaca, you are a simp. I just have to let you know that. Just so you know that I know that you are a simp. Dear ArtBenaca, you are a loser for just suggesting that people see MGTOW as a joke. You all proving me right just by doing so. MGTOW is supposed to give you that confidence. It's supposed to teach you how to create value within yourself. And then others will be able to see that value within you. However, if you want to remain in that sorry state of affair, if you all you want to do is complain and bitch and moan, that is not value. It's not. Doesn't mean that you're not gonna be used. You're still gonna be used. I wonder how many MGTOW men that are supporting these cam girls. I don't know. Probably a lot of them. So it's interesting because I also had so when I did the video about MGTOW, is MGTOW a joke, right? So I have a whole bunch of dudes all up in their feelings, and then I had I did a response to one a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Omega Courtney. By the way, I'm having a live stream with her later on tonight. So then we were talking about high valued bachelors, right? And these guys don't want to commit, blah blah blah. So that was a conversation that we were having. So I decided to make a video about that, explaining my perspective on high value bachelors, right? But funny enough that now these same guys that were bitching about what do I call it? Oh no, you see us as losers, we see us as a joke. No, you're the joke and all that shit, right? These guys, the same guys, they didn't say anything because to them, they thought I was addressing them as the high value bachelors, which I wasn't. But hey, if they choose to see themselves that way, so be it. But their action spoke differently. They were not acting in a way that perceived them as people that has high value. They were hurt. They were bitter. They were coming at me, throwing temper tantrum. That showed who they truly were. But hey, listen, I'm not here to tell you what you should look at or you look at yourself as or why you shouldn't. If you think you are the shit, so be it. However, you should also act upon it. Shouldn't be that easy for me to pull all these little strings here and there to make you jump. It shouldn't be. You make that too easy. It shouldn't be so easy for a YouTuber like Penny Proud to make you guys dance so much. Shouldn't be easy for a YouTuber like M123 to make you guys dance so much so easily. It shouldn't be. So when you have a point that I need to make, right? So what I'm telling you guys this. Here's the thing, right? You want your absence to be felt. You first have to show people what they are missing. If you want your absence to be felt, people first have to realize what they are missing. Now ask yourself, if you didn't carry on the banner of MGTOW, people give a shit about you. If you didn't go to these women's comment section to lash out and tell your angers and frustration, would these women even know who you are? So it seems to me that you need MGTOW more than MGTOW needs you. Because see, the people that no longer need MGTOWs, they don't even have to call themselves MGTOW. You think 50 Cent is actually calling himself MGTOW? Yeah, he's a bachelor. I don't think he's a bachelor anymore. But you think 50 Cent seen himself as a MGTOW? No. You want 50 Cent to see himself as a MGTOW, but he doesn't see himself as a MGTOW. You think who else? I think El Ray was actually saying a couple of names, but whoever they are, these guys are not associating with a group that they feel that actually damage or garnish their brand. Are you a brand without MGTOW? See, everybody want to claim who's MGTOW, who's not MGTOW, whatever. Listen, the people that were MGTOW, true MGTOW, they already left that label behind because they truly went their own way. You stuck. You stuck in a fan club. You stuck in a cult to which you have no choice but to throw a little tantrum whenever somebody mentioned MGTOW in a light that is not high praise or something like that. You know, similar to those females that every time you say something that is critical of them, throw a hiss fit. That's what you're doing right now. But anyway, so not keeping you guys for long. So tonight I'm having a stream with Omega Courtney. My Wi-Fi is doing pretty good right now, so that's awesome. I like that. And then yeah, so MrElite, MsElite, the live stream that you guys had were pretty good. So I like the fact that y'all can put your differences together and just have a chat, man. More of that shit needs to happen. People just having a conversation, even though y'all don't agree. Have a conversation, man. Have a chat. Don't be all up in your feelings. Leave that shit behind. Once you learn how to communicate, then perhaps you might be able to establish value. You might be able to establish rapport amongst one another. You know, don't be so easily, quick to jump and be all up in your feelings. That is not it. It makes you seem as a low value individual. All right. So if you're gonna comment here and all that stuff, yeah, you could troll too. Sometimes I enjoy a good troll. But anyway, so this is ArtBenaca. Share, like, comment, and subscribe. As you can see, check out my Twitter account, my Instagram, as well as a Facebook group. Just type in ArtBenaca. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.